He looks at the hand of a man and tells whatever. 'S truth. Gypsy Dick will show you.
Your word doesn't mean as much as a Chinese dollar.
Whoa. The morning stream. Off, hairball. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. This is the... Oh, there's the pre-show still floating. Got rid of it.
Oh, okay. Didn't want to tickle that one out of existence.
I know. 2 days in a row. We can't handle that.
No.
It is November 13th, 2025. I am Scott Johnson. That is Brian Ibbett. And damn it, it's a Thursday. Welcome, everybody.
It is. It's a Thursday. It's kind of a Friday Thursday for us because you're going down to Vegas for Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
It's off days for me. So tomorrow will be, I got to do daily music headlines because Tom and Eileen are leaving early. So I don't usually do Fridays anymore, but tomorrow I'll do it.
Very nice.
Means I get a nice little heads up on the new releases.
Are you forced to include a certain percentage of K-pop coverage when she's
We
gone?
do anyway because Tom puts it in our Tom. Anytime he sees an article on a day, actually it doesn't matter what the day is. He flags it in our Feedly. So
that's great.
But I'm glad he does because all right, Hammond does a really good job of picking from the wide spectrum when he's picking articles, right?
Mm-hmm.
He makes sure that if something's at the top of the list as far as here's information that's coming in a lot for music, here's a headline, here's a story that's getting repeated a lot, he makes sure that that's in our list.
Yeah.
But he always does make sure to pull something from blabbermouth.net or whatever. Like he's got 3 or 4 sites that are all heavy metal and heavy prog and stuff. So
sure.
if Ghost or Dream Theater has a story, it could just be the lead singer of Dream Theater woke up and put on a bathrobe and then stubbed his toe on the side of the oven. It's going to be a story you're going to hear about.
Hell yeah. That's what his magic beard is for. It's what Hammond does with it.
But we don't often get the K-pop stories, so that's why I'm glad that Tom does his part to kind of say, hey, here's a good story about Hybe and New Jeans or Le Seraphim or Cat's Eye, and we make sure to get those in there.
Well,
Cat's Eye is not K-pop.
Oh yeah, that's true. But and also it's important to remember that K-pop is legitimately a freaking force. Like there's no denying it. The top 10 right now is rife with it. What are you gonna do?
The number one song for most of the summer was "Golden" by K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah,
for most of until Taylor Swift upset the apple cart with Ophelia, it was golden for something like 20 weeks or 30 weeks or something.
Yeah, it was the feel-good hit of the summer, you might say.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think that's great. The daily music headlines stream went up yesterday. That's up on YouTube, right? You can watch that.
It is. Yes, we did a stream last night, talked about the Grammys, talked about who we think is going to win. We talked about who we want to win. Listen, I look at those lists and I see Lola Young, whatever categories Lola Young is in, I'm like, I want to see her win. I want to see her do as well over here in the States as she does in the UK.
Yeah, that'd be great. I like her stuff a lot.
She's uniquely weird, and I like unique.
She is. Is she okay since she biffed it on stage? Everything okay with her? She
hasn't rescheduled any of those concerts that she had to cancel. So yeah.
That Messy song's real good. I'll tell you what.
So good.
I played I played the version, the radio version, which drops all the F-bombs in place of yes, I'm too freaking dumb or something else, some other word. Exactly. And the kids are in the car, littles are in the car, and they love this song. So they're screaming that out of the top of their lungs. Well, one day we're in the car and that song plays and it's not the radio edit.
The uncensored version?
I didn't know. It's just in a playlist, right? And the kids are screaming at the top of their lungs, but then they both stop. Both car seats in the back of my car. They both stop and they look up and go, Pops, that lady swears. I said, yeah, she sure does.
She sure does.
Yeah, just like
tells you how messy she is.
Yeah, just like your mama is what I tell them. She's a little cussbag these days, Taylor is.
Really?
Oh yeah. Man. When she's the little one at 6 who said, Dad, you need a swear jar because you swear too much. You cuss when you play games and all this stuff. You need a swear jar. Okay. All these years later, I can count on her dropping the F for no reason in the house whenever we're all hanging out and doing something. It's hey, now I want a jar. I want right. Recompense.
You need right recompense. Tina, people probably wouldn't believe this, but Tina swears like a sailor.
She can. I've been around it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Definitely can let it rip.
The more irritated she is with somebody or something, the more she just lets fly. And boy, when she lets fly, it's a sight to behold.
Are you ever the target of her let fly? No. Good man.
No.
Good man.
Yeah, I know how to stay on the right side of the law.
Yeah, Kim is also that, but only when she drives. Only when she's pissed at other drivers.
Oh, geez,
you guys should hear her in the car. She is not she does not let people just get away with shit. Somebody cuts her off. Somebody's like too fast behind her. Guy didn't use the signal. Mm-hmm. I heard some stuff in that car. You know,
I'm sure you did. Yeah, last night. So I don't know if it's going on there as well. If you're able to as well over in Utah, but here, the last couple nights they've been saying, hey, if you're far enough north in Colorado, you'll probably see the northern lights because of the super lot of sun activity. It's firing out its ions and it's deal and causing a lot of lights to dance in the sky. And Tuesday night it was clear enough that we could kind of see colors with the naked eye, but way clearer through your phone camera. Oh, and so last night she's like, "Oh, well, this is even it's supposed to be even better tonight. Tonight's going to be the highlight or the best day to watch it." Mm-hmm. So we're like, cool, 9:00, we hop in the car, we drive to this really nice location by us that is up on a hill and you can see miles like in the distance, but it's, you've got tons of open sky and horizon way down low is I guess the way to describe it. Yeah. But it's a place that a lot of people know about. And so we've got a lot of cars that are doing what we're doing. But some people aren't, we got out, we had jackets on. It was still pretty nice out. We had jackets on. We walked out there. Other people decided, well, we're going to stay in the car. And some of these other idiots decided they were going to keep their headlights on. And another person, we don't know where they went, but somebody bumped their car and the alarm started going off for a good solid 3 or 4 minutes.
I would be so annoyed. Oh my gosh.
Freaking irritating. And Tina, this is where, where Tina is just like letting it fly. Like the inconsideracy of people is probably her biggest trigger. And mine too, really. Like if people are inconsiderate.
We're in a society, right? That's what George says it, but we this is true. We all have to do this together. It may be a joke to Costanza or for Seinfeld, but seriously, we are here to live around each other and not make life difficult for this person because you want it better for yourself. It's like, I can, if I do something for you, it doesn't inconvenience me. If I'm polite, if I'm respectful, it doesn't cost me a penny. Not a dime.
If I flick on my turn signal because I'm headed towards you on a turn lane that also could be going straight, it doesn't cost me a penny to run that turn signal.
That's right. Not a dime, not a penny, not a nickel, none of it. Oh, did you see the last penny got printed yesterday? That was
yes. I saw the countdown of the dude in Philadelphia. All right, 3, 2, 1, last penny.
Last penny. I want the last penny because that last penny is going to be worth way more than a penny because it's a single penny.
Do you think they know which one, or does it just get dumped into the same vat as the second to last penny?
If they were trying to avoid this problem of everybody freaking out trying to get the last penny or buy it up or someone spending too much money, they probably put it in a mix so you'd never know. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
The article I read didn't say, but yeah.
If they're smart, they just say, oh, okay. They sell those little plastic coin holders that have a little opening in. They could just say, this penny was printed on the last day that pennies were minted in the United States.
That alone is cool.
Sell 100,000 of them.
Oh, don't give the Orange Monster other ideas how to make money while he's in there.
It's new Trump pennies. Trump pennies worth a lot more than Trump Dogecoin. Just saying, it's a
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
That comes out good. I like the way that sounds. Dogecoin. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Ichor mutes now. What's the matter with you?
Oh, man. Look, it's a grand tradition throughout history for us to mimic and make fun of the current administration, whoever it is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, we can. We could be doing that. We could be doing...
That's right. Right. I did not have sex with that woman. We could do any of that.
Yeah, any of those things. We could do them all.
Gorbachev, tear down that wall. This wall.
I made a Sora video of him doing ASMR on a microphone of Reagan. And it let me. I was surprised because I was talking on the show before how they wouldn't let me do any Reagan things. But it let me do that one. Yeah.
I feel like presidents, I would have thought that presidents were open book because Tom's was full of presidents for the first few weeks of Sora.
Yeah, like Nixon and freaking...
FDR. Like a lot of FDR doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think if you're a public figure, it's kind of fair game.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I tried a bunch of Reagan things, and it wasn't weird content. It was like Reagan walking a dog. Invalid, can't do, against our guidelines. Like then I'm like, give me Ronald Reagan at a desk doing an ASMR stream on Twitch. And it gave it to me. And he's going, yeah, okay, listen, everybody.
You distracted Sora with all these other things like, oh, ASMR, that's it. Oh, a desk? Okay, all right. Wait, Reagan? Okay, whatever. Let go.
Yeah, we'll let that one through. What's also weird is I saw this really wild one yesterday. They need to work this out because it's so dumb. It exists. There it is. So I go to do a remix. And I say, replace this guy who's eating all the nacho cheese or whatever with me. So I say, just replace it with me. And it comes back and says, against our guidelines, can't do it. Like, it's me. I'm saying you can do it with my face instead of whoever that guy is.
Yeah, it's me. I'm giving permission for you to use my freaking face.
Yeah, this is literally consent, you dicks. Anyway, take that, Sam Altman and your Army of Weirdos. All right. Hey, quick thing.
Yeah.
Went to Spitz with, as mentioned yesterday, with Kevin, KT Data.
Yeah.
Great time. Always love hanging out with him, talking, chatting, working towards some nerdtacular planning for AV things and, just stuff like that. And, but also we were just talking in general. But here's the funny thing. I'd forgotten just how much I'm not the one paying usually at dinner because Kim carries all the credit cards. I don't like having a wallet full of shit. So if we go out to dinner, she'll do it. Now I have a wallet and I have all my stuff. So when I go on my own, it's fine. It's not a problem. But I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. We get to this place. It's like 15 minutes north. He comes about 15 south. We meet in the middle.
Sure.
It's a great, it's like, like we said, Greek food and these mix and matches of like gyros and stuff like that. And we go,
so good.
It was really good. It's a very good place, I think. Their fries were a little oily, but whatever. Maybe it was good oil. I don't know, like olive oil or something.
Coconut oil or something. Pretend that's the case.
Yeah, I'll just pretend that until I have a gut bomb about a half an hour from when the show ends. But anyway, I'm in there and we get to the thing to order and I'm like, well, let's see, I think. And I just feel old for some reason. Maybe it's because Kevin's, whatever he is, 18 years younger than me.
Right.
But we're standing there and I go, yeah, I think I'll have this gyro here. And she goes, what kind of meat? And I go, now, where's the meat? And she goes, well, it's up here. You're there. And I said, oh, okay, I'll have the combo of lamb and beef. That sounds great. And she says, okay, and what sides? And I go, and she goes, and she says this. She goes, oh, you're so close. And I was like, I'm going to jump over this counter and freaking.
Really? Oh, my God. I love it. Like.
She goes, you're so close. I go, am I? She goes, it's on the back. And I go, oh, I flip it around. Okay, well, give me the fries, I guess. And then Kevin orders his.
Aren't you? Oh, bless your heart.
It was kind of like that. It was like that. I felt that. So she says that. He orders, and she goes, okay, are we paying with just? I said, I'm buying today. Here's my card. Yeah. And she goes, okay. And she goes, do you need a receipt? And I said, no, I'm fine. I'll just track it. And she goes, all right, all I have to do is after I run this, I'll just need a signature. And so we're standing there, and I'm just kind of looking around at the decor going, interesting, they're putting up Christmas stuff. My brain's kind of not there.
Yeah.
And Kevin, she's just looking at me like this going.
Like waiting.
And Kevin pokes me and points at the thing. So I think you're supposed to sign that thing. And I'm like, shit, it's a freaking screen there. It's not some paper I'm waiting for. Like it's 1978. It's a freaking screen, of course, because we live in 2025. I just felt like the biggest doofus yesterday. And as I'm walking to the table, I'm like, I had to convince myself, no, this is fine. You're a little airheady today. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But for a hot minute there, I felt like some lady was like, okay, Grandpa, let's get you back to bed. Like,
Totally, yes. Like she's gonna escort you to your seat and
I didn't
a
like
little
it.
bip on you.
I didn't like it, Brian. I didn't like it. Not at all. I hated
I'm
it.
sure.
But hanging out with Kevin was great,
Sure.
and always
That's so cool.
Always good to see him.
So cool. Dude, I got to tell you before we get into the news. Oh, is there more? I'm sorry.
No, I just noticed Kevin in the chat says, "LOL." She asked you twice. Haha. What you mean for the signing? She probably did. I don't know. I admit it was probably worse than I thought it was because it just felt everything felt off. She was very nice. I gave her a nice tip. Almost didn't because of the crack about you're so close.
You're so close. I know that's really funny. Like, aw,
yeah.
Sweet old man.
Scott pulls out the checkbook. It felt like that. I'll admit it. The whole thing sucked. And I was wearing kind of a sweater, this thing, you know?
Yeah, a little. Oh, it was your cardigan.
Yeah,
yes.
my cardigan.
Yes.
I got the, my hair's kind of up. I got the glasses with the horn rims.
Yeah, no, it's
like, oh, I'm sorry, Professor never bought a thing in his life. Can I help you with anything? Like that kind of feeling. It sucked. I hated it. But anyway, sorry, you were going to say.
Well, no, I was gonna I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm a weak individual, Scott. Black Friday usually doesn't get to me like with I must get that. But so many people in my life, Tanner and Clark and I'm trying to think of the other people. There's a bunch of people. Sorry, just had one more to get out.
Dogecoin.
A lot of people in my life have 3D printers that have the whole AMS thing, which allows you to do the multiple color, 4 colors of filament, all getting fed in there, and it uses them automatically. And I feel like for a long time I've been the last one. The last one just still sitting there without an AMS printer. Well, Anycubic had their Black Friday special deals, and I'm a big fan of their Cobra Max. That's the one that I print, I can do a full-size helmet that fits my head. Yeah, Bobby has one, exactly. But I can print one of those helmets that actually just fits my head. Pull it off the printer, put it on my head. That quick, right?
Pretty cool, yeah.
No gluing stuff together or anything like that. So I wanted to make sure that I still got a large format printer. And they had a deal on their Cobra Max 3 with the AMS. So I just bit the bullet and said, okay, all right, I'm going to sell.
Was it a good deal?
It was a really good deal. It was, more than half off. And that was, I'd been looking at it around the $700, $800 range. And that was their previous discounted version. This one was low enough that I'm like, all right, I just got to do it. And,
that's great because it means talk of projects on the show and stuff will benefit from your...
Exactly. There'll be some good content. I can do some more fun stuff to put up on Etsy. I like designing stuff, and now I can design stuff that has multiple colors. So sure, I'm excited about it.
So will that work like, you know how with ink printers, color printers, it's always like, oh shit, I'm out of the yellow, but I have plenty of the magenta, whatever the other 4 colored stuff is. Is it the same kind of issue where it's like, well, I'm sure printing a lot of things that are black. It's not supposed to be black, but you know what I mean? Yeah,
like if it runs out of a color, it won't say, I'll just substitute this other color. Right?
Oh, okay. So it would stop and you'd feed in.
Right. It'll say, you just ran out of such and such. We'll pause the print. And then it's like, okay, cool. Load in another roll of that filament or whatever.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Does it blend color? It doesn't blend them in the process, right? You just get...
It can
like melts them together so they fuse or anything? Or?
Yeah, sort of. I know that there is a way to do that. I don't know which printers actually do like the kind of color sublimation kind of stuff, but the Bamboo doesn't do it. I don't think the Cobra does it.
Bobby says no, but what I mean by maybe I'm explaining it bad. I guess what I'm saying is I've seen those ones that are like the articulated snake stuff. And they're rainbowy in that they kind of all blend.
That's just colored filament. That's just rainbow colored filament.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So you've got a filament that's produced that cycles through the colors.
Yeah.
But there was one, and I want to say it was made by Micro 3D that is claimed to be able to do that. And it was like a ridiculous price, but you would feed in 4 colors and it could do some sort of mixing of some of those colors, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. When do you get it?
In a few days. Like their shipping was
holy shit.
Yeah, was pretty supposed to be pretty soon, pretty quick.
Well, you think that's cool? I found a clearance glow in the dark full size skeleton at Walmart.com and ordered that.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, best time to do it after Halloween is get those. I bet you paid a lot less for your thing than I paid out of my thing.
I think it was like $8.50, and it's all green like a color printer might make. So I've got a really cool, awesome color thing. No, I don't. It's not that cool. But yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm excited to hear what you make and do.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to play around with that. The tool that I use, which is called Orca Slicer, allows me to quote unquote paint parts of my model with different colors. So I'll be able to say, print Spider-Man's head red, and then print his legs blue, and then print this part white or black or whatever. So
that's cool. I didn't realize it was that. I don't know what I thought. I guess I thought it was more simple, but it seemed they're not simple, but the use cases were less complex. So if you say, here's a Spider-Man statue, all the color stuff like the black logo, where the red and blue intersect, it's smart enough you can apply the color to whatever it is you want to be those colors.
Exactly. And as it's printing, it does this dumb thing where it's like, oh, I need to switch from red to blue. Okay, I'm going to go over to the side, spitting out all the blue until I get to the red. Okay, now it's red. Now come back over. So it can be kind of wasteful.
I was gonna ask about that part.
Yeah, so that's the drawback with the AMS systems is they get a little bit wasteful. Looks like it's the Micro 3D. I remember it was a Micro 3D. The Ren Color AC10 does filament mixing. So, which is the one. It was super. I remember seeing their Kickstarter for it. And I was like, that's so stupid expensive. There's no way I'm getting.
Yeah, but that'll do. Like you could probably create flush tones. If you
do right, exactly. All you need to do is have CMYK, basically, right? CMYK filament, and
that's kind of awesome.
Do that, yeah, but
you pay for it though.
You pay for it for sure. Yeah.
Well, we have time for one quick news story, and it's an important one. So we're going to do it. It's really important that we inform people about this. So let's get to it. Today's news is brought to us by
Coverville, where today there will not be a Coverville because I'm in the process, because of some other domain switching issues. I guess that was pre-show. So if you didn't hear about the domain switching issues, then sorry, you got to go listen to the pre-show. But client emergency, need a landing page by the end of the week. And because things were going so wrong with GoDaddy and other domain and hosting services not talking to one another, it's all getting pushed to today. So my afternoon is going to be entirely freelance. No music. Well, there'll be music. I'll be listening to Apple Music's Focus playlist because that's rad.
Oh, I like their Focus. Yeah, it's a great playlist. It's a good one on YouTube Music now. I found as well. It's basically the same thing, and I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I've been into sitar music lately. I don't know what's going on with that, but like deserty sitar, like it's all very Dune adjacent. It's probably why I like it.
Oh yeah,
I love that stuff. Cool. Here is your story. The one story you're going to get today: Kim Kardashian of the Kardashian fames. A person we don't really talk about here. None of their family really come up. We don't talk about.
It's really because we really don't care. I think something came up when she did that. That was it. The butt pose on cover of Vanity Fair with the champagne, or I want to say like something very like early in the TMS days. We talked about that, but I think that's it.
Yeah, there may have been a Kanye crossover or something.
Yeah,
but here's your big story of the decade for Kim Kardashian. She did not pass the bar exam. Oh man!
Oh wow!
I had such high hopes for this. The reality star and mogul revealed on her Instagram Saturday that she failed the tough test, writing in her post, "She's not a lawyer. She just plays one on TV." That's hilarious.
I don't think she even does that, does she?
I don't think she even does that. Yeah. Exactly right. They're mostly pictures of her with big books open on tables while she's in a bikini out by a pool.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is so...
I hate it.
She didn't read any books. She even admitted she used ChatGPT to study for her his exams.
Yeah, she blames ChatGPT for the fail,
yeah.
which she should, because these things are good at detecting that. So what are you doing?
For sure. I don't want a lawyer that got their degree from ChatGPT. Thank you very much.
Yeah. She claims now she's going to keep plugging away at it, adding she won't take any shortcuts. She'll simply keep on studying.
Okay.
Well, GPT was a shortcut, lady.
Well, I'll generate a diploma for her on Midjourney, and then we'll just call it good. Here's your...
She thanked everyone for supporting her. Weird. Adding, falling short isn't a failure. It's fuel. I was so close to passing the exam, and that only motivates me more. So she's going to go do it.
Okay. Good for her. You know what?
Yeah.
Good for her for trying to better herself with a degree in a field that isn't just allowing cameras into her kitchen while she talks to Kylie about some random crap.
Yeah. Good for her for that.
Good for you for actually thinking about a career.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a great way of looking at it. All right, everybody. That's all the news she wrote. Let's get into this.
Something wrong, Batman? Has anybody seen Wendi?
Well, I have. I've seen her many times. But right now, we see she's online right now, and she's hanging out with us. Hi, Wendy. What are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good.
What's life like in the old Minnesota zone? You all good?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I'm going to see you on Saturday, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I wish we weren't seeing you for the reason we're seeing you, but
I know. I
But-
also am so done going to airports. Can someone
I'm sure.
help me?
Well, not only that, but it's kind of a mess right now, right? All these delays and weirdness,
Yes.
canceled flights and
So
stuff.
irritating.
Yeah.
I haven't had any of my flights canceled, but it's the threat of it perpetually is so annoying. And anyway,
I forgot to ask you what you're doing. Are you staying? Where are you staying? Not that we have to do our whole itinerary here, but are you?
yeah,
Because
it's somewhere.
Okay.
Misha figured it out.
Oh,
for me
Misha
'cause I
did the
was
whole
out of
thing?
town.
Okay.
Excalibur.
Oh, beautiful.
I know. Vegas, what do you mean? Where am I staying? So many places.
I'm going to Circus. Are you kidding me?
Going.
We're going to be
they
in
don't
our.
still have the baby elephant that pulls the slot handles.
No, they
just in the
don't.
James Bond movie.
That's a real bummer. No, we're in our timeshare thing, and I thought if you hadn't had anything arranged, we'll probably have a pull out or something. I just didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, Misha kindly just said, "I'll figure it out. Just get yourself here."
So, okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm only there I'm like Saturday. I fly out Sunday, so it's not.
Yeah, you're in and out really one night. And you're gone. So yeah, busy times, everybody. I hope things calm down for everybody in the month of November for the rest of it.
Listen to yourself. You are clearly not a mother or a woman
or paying attention to what's going on with mom right
or
now.
at all in charge of anybody.
Yeah, you're right. It's just me being an overly.
It all calms down, folks.
Just being a little optimistic, and we'll see how it goes.
I'll take it.
Good. Well, it's good to have you here. Wendy comes here on Therapy Thursdays to talk about you guys and your problems. She's an actual therapist with a real job, but sometimes she slums it here and helps you with yours. Not with your job, with your problems. Anyway.
With your job.
Yeah, I'll help you with your job.
Let's talk about your job.
Sometimes it is about your job. In fact, today, is this one? No, this is not this one. Anyway.
Yeah, this is about his job.
Yeah, last week was definitely about a job. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and read this one, and we'll talk about it on the other side. This is Mike from North Dakota, who says, hello, salad and beans. That's me and you, Brian. I have some.
Why do I have to be beans?
Oh, this is the wrong email. Shit.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was like, who wrote
this? I skipped down too far. It's our regular email today. My bad. Anchor wrote in. The people that make your portable speakers and headphones and stuff. Just kidding. I don't know who it is. Dear Wendy and the boys, I have been working in a creative field for most of my adult life, and there are days where I feel like everything is going amazing and everyone around me is as on board as I am. And then the very next day, I feel like no one cares about anything that I am doing or making, and those around me are just hanging on by a thread of interest. And then the next day, I am back to feeling like things could not be going better. You get the idea. Is this normal to have these kinds of peaks and valleys when it comes to their work or their impact on the world? Pretty sure this stuff is all in my head and things are going great. But try and tell me that tomorrow when we might not have the same conversation. And we might not have the same conversation. It's driving me crazy and making me feel like I don't actually know what is real in my professional life. Any advice? I love Therapy Thursdays and what Wendy brings to the show as a whole. Respect needs an anchor. I don't know why it says needs an anchor, but...
Needs an anchor.
Yeah. He said the name on that thing I got was whatever, but
name.
I don't know what
Needs
that means.
an anchor.
Needs an anchor.
An anchor speaker, an anchor charger deal.
Maybe. Yeah. You and I are fans of that brand. We like those guys.
Yeah, let us know what you need. I might actually have an extra around here somewhere. Yeah.
Got some earbuds or whatever. Anyway, so Wendi, seems like I don't know. I feel I can relate to this one back in the day, especially the job I work in. You're always having, I don't know, it's a kind of a form of imposter syndrome, I suppose.
It totally is. Yeah.
Where do you want to go with it?
Okay. Well, yeah. The back and forth is pretty normal. I mean, I would love a little more detail. Like, what is the creative field?
Yeah, that would help.
And it's like the reliance on people being interested. Yeah. But it switches back and forth every day. So you guys would have a really good sense of what this was like. So I want you to go in the archives. Like, when do you not feel this anymore? Either of you?
I still do every once in a while.
Yeah, I do too. Go ahead.
I think it's with any. I mean, there's probably parallels on the more white collar kind of like you go into the office every day, you're working on accounting or whatever, human resources. I don't know what people do in an office anymore. I've forgotten. Mm-hmm. But it feels like
wear pants, Brian.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they've already got me beat. But I feel like with a creative job that probably not amplifies it, but makes it likely to happen on this side. Like, shoot, I worked really hard to come up with that design or this logo I designed. Then why aren't they happy with it? Why do they feel why do I feel disregarded on some of this stuff? Mm-hmm. But then you're right. Yeah. The next day it's like, oh, I feel appreciated and respected and acknowledged. And
definitely the same kind of stuff here too. Yeah. You just feel like, so part of it with my deal, and Brian can relate to this too, I'm sure the feedback is audience feedback or listener or reader feedback, and sometimes you don't either get it or maybe one negative one came in a sea of positive ones, and those negative ones just stand out like a wart. Like, where did this wart come from? And that's hard to get over, but also just those days where people are just living their lives and busy and are enjoying what you're making. They just aren't going out of their way to tell you all the time. Sometimes you can take that as like, why is it so quiet in here? And then you may mention it. Like, I've done that before. I'm on the show. I'm like, man, you guys have been quiet the last few days. And then suddenly I'm flooded with stuff saying, oh, I'm there all the time. I just don't always say it. So I'm going to say it more. You know what I mean? Like, it's always, it seems like it's there. And then it brings you back to like, oh, okay, things are fine. Everybody's cool. We're all good. And then it's just this weird, like, sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as what he's describing sounds a little more extreme to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can relate.
Okay. So the extreme might be there at maybe a beginning of a project or something, or, the timing could be relevant or whatever, right? So what I would do with this is I would ask a couple more questions. Like, I'd understand what the business was first. I think that helps, because sometimes what you can find is like the very thing they're doing is like their dream. And so the vulnerability is really big there versus another creative project where they're just like, oh, this is fine. So we bring to things our needs. And sometimes those needs are not actually appropriate for the thing we're bringing it to, right? So if I need to know I'm a good person, and now I require the internet to respond well to me in order to know that is putting a lot of weight on the internet, like it's, and so sometimes with folks that I deal with, something very similar is so often their job will either be the absolute worst nightmare for their personality, right? Like they sought out a thing, probably because they're creative, right? And they're maybe more sensitive to whatever. And then they get into a particular place where that sensitivity is just like lit on fire every day. So I'd get really curious about what it is and then why we're there. And then what need is this filling? And then where else in your life are you maybe neglecting that need should be getting filled? So maybe it's some other kind of feedback or support or whatever. If it's going to cause you to crumble, there probably is some place that it's in the wrong spot. Mm-hmm. So I would go through all those things, kind of dig around, see what we can find. I always, if you ever want to see people who need just like chronic mental health treatment, watch stand-up comedians. They are incredibly obvious about it, at least to me. And some are like on the nose directly talking about it, but they will describe this like the drug that it is to have everyone laughing and to be centered and have it going well is a high they, you can't probably understand unless you've experienced that, and how important that is, and why they got there in the first place. And, so I find that endlessly fascinating. And I wonder if people are less funny the more healthy they get, just to be honest.
There's
interesting.
There's a movie coming out with Will, not Forte, not Farrell, who is married to Amy Poehler. Will Arnett. Thank you. Yep. A movie coming out with him where, everything goes wrong in his life and he actually turns to stand-up comedy, but it looks like it might be kind of the support of what you're saying and the
you work it through in public and then get the accolades or you bomb. Like, it is so vulnerable and risky, right? And so I love when I'm working with people and we're often talking about their jobs. There is always something about a job that is just needling an actual core need that they don't realize, that they're suffering because of it. And they could, and that's what I help them do, is figure out, can we meet that need some other way? Or what if you didn't do a job that tortured you every day? So sometimes it's that we just kind of get going, et cetera. So it sounds like this person is always been creative. I'm going to just assume they're sensitive. Typically creative people also have just more ability to see and feel and some of that.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Yeah, why would you say it to us? Oh my gosh, I'm feeling this heart.
Hold on. I need to go journal this.
I had a client the other day. She leads this team that it's such a stressful work environment. And she said her person, whatever people she manages, says, so I need to take the day off. I'm not doing well. And she's like, okay. And so on Monday, she's like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? She goes, I just needed to listen to my body.
Yeah.
And my client's like, I get it, but also don't. She's like, if I listen to my body, I'd be in the hospital. Like, it's that.
Yeah. I was just talking to Brian earlier about those earplugs that you squeeze into your ears, and all I can hear is like heartbeat and weird intestinal things, and
literally listening to your body.
It's awful. Like that. You hear that all the time.
That sounded real.
It was real. Well, it wasn't. It was recorded real. I didn't do it in real time. But,
ew.
And it wasn't mine, I should say.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I am. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's changed.
No.
I know the answer to that. Anyway, okay. So when no, I know. Have I met you before? Well, one thing I would do here, though, is like I would pull that apart a little bit of like, what are your fears and how is this playing into them, and why the ups and down every other day? Kind of pay attention to like, what are you doing on the day it's up? What are you doing on the day that is down? People are often behaving in ways that actually make them feel worse and are just don't know. Right. So for example, everyone's having their coffee or drinking their caffeine in the day. And for some people, it is really not a great drug on their brain. And for others, it is awesome. But for everyone, it's headache prevention or wakes you up but your own individual sort of system might not thrive with certain elements. And so I would have this person look at how they're spending their day a little bit too, like how overall are they caring for themselves? And then as well as what does this mean? Yeah. What does this do for you or not do for you? And do I need it? Do I need to be the like the comedian thing? I need everyone laughing with me. Is an interesting thing to think about, right?
You hear that a lot. You hear a lot of comedians talk about that, how they need it, or can't go on without it, sort of thing. Yeah.
So, are you guys familiar with Gary Goldman, the comedian?
Goldman? No. Yeah. You know him, Brian?
Okay. I don't.
He has this amazing joke. He's like, either you've never heard of me or I am your favorite comedian of all time. And it's so true. Anyway, he is absolutely hilarious. He does a bit about a shatterproof backboard at a JCC that will make you wet your pants. It's super funny.
Really?
So look that up.
Okay.
Oh, here, yeah. I have seen this guy.
Yeah. Okay. So I recently saw him here and
somewhere.
It was 100% a giant therapy session and so funny and so well done. But the story is this. He was a very bright kid and his parents got divorced and his father comes along and says he's not mature enough and demanded the school district not let him advance past the first grade. So he had to repeat the first grade.
Yeah.
So a very bright kid repeating first grade in the 70s. So you can imagine. And he is the summation, maybe you all see this. So spoiler alert, but the summation of the whole thing, which had so many funny details and amazingness, was that his dad was a 7-year-old in 1933 and did not think his son matched that maturity level of what a 7-year-old should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 6 or 7-year-old. And in 1973. Anyway, so the summation, though, was he had these books he'd written in first grade, and he had them on stage with him, and he read them to us. And, of this amazing journey. And then he goes to see his therapist in New York. And apparently all the comedians go to the same therapist. So he'd talk about who he would see coming out of the office. It was pretty great. Yeah. And in the end, he said, I use my audiences to validate that I'm good enough and smart enough. And that's what you all just sat through for an hour and a half, is to remind me that I am, I've never been the same since that happened. And my whole life has been trying to prove I'm good enough.
Wow.
Right. And you're like, yeah, hi, we just watched this whole therapy journey. And everyone's like, it was really well done and very funny. But it was also like, wow, I just watched someone complete the therapeutic reality of most comedians. Or, I'm not saying this is everyone, but it is very common. And so in the creative fields of any sort, when you need your bank account is based on if someone likes what you put out, as you guys both do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're both in this. It's hard to mess around with trying to understand it a little bit because you need the drive and to make the things, but there's a lot of suffering that goes along with that. So I would recommend he work this out with somebody.
As usual, some therapy might help. Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound like he's in dire straits or anything, but that can be a bit of a yo-yo.
Yeah.
I notice I don't know, I can't speak for anyone else but myself, but as I get older, I don't care I have less care about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Well, you could probably tell me what that is, but it's probably just I don't know. It's fun to talk about. You're like, I got no poops to give, but it really, truly, there's something in me that's less concerned about other people's opinions, people telling me how I should be versus how I want to be, those kind of things that in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, you feel like
it's so important.
You're held to it. Yeah. You just have to adhere to it or whatever. And now I'm just like,
yeah,
go pound sand.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Pound some sand for all I care. That sort of thing.
Right. Well, some is just maturing and age, right? And then other is experience, right? If you started this career right now, you might not be quite as advanced in it, right? I mean, he did say something interesting. He says, it's driving me crazy and making me feel like I don't actually know what is real in my professional life. So I'm going to guess the balance you've figured out in your lives is that when you're not working and what is important at home and what isn't. And, maybe some of that delineation is much stronger. Maybe you've had to work on that. But I'm hearing this from Anchor and I'm thinking, okay, well, you might need some support, right? So take any profession, and the ones where people burn out or don't stick around long enough are typically ones where they don't feel supported, even just from a manager perspective or colleagues or whatever, right? And so to find your people where you're sort of creative types and you can share together or you can be supportive, right? So most therapists have other therapists that they connect with, or we don't call them support groups, but we staff cases together. Like, you just can't do stuff alone. And often when we are doing stuff alone, especially if like you're rising in some, like you think of musicians or like famous people who are just skyrocketing, they're in so much risk because of the agendas of people around them and not the genuine support that you build over time, which is why, we get the Britney Spears of the world, unfortunately. Right. And so you have this, like, where are your people who are not competing with you, who support you, can see what you're going through, and you can like process with, is also a great benefit.
And also add on to that, people who don't have, their livelihood isn't dependent on your success. Because, it's like having, great, this person is always going to agree with whatever I do and not be, not because they don't want to rough the waters. They don't want their paycheck to disappear.
Yeah, they need you. To blow smoke up your, and also it's that reality check, I guess, is what I'm picking up on, is like, if you are unclear what is real in your professional life, what I'm hearing is, I don't know if I'm good enough all the time. Like, there's some inconsistency or that flipping back and forth, or it's either so big and then the next day it's nothing. Like, that's a really quick back and forth.
Yeah.
And that whiplash would not feel good. So anything that's going to ground you from that, or keep a real good delineation between your private and professional life. Everybody needs a friend who's just going to be like, what are you doing? Like, you need that honest, whatever. So maybe there's a couple of areas of finding ways to be a little more grounded. So we're less in the, having derealization in my life from professional to personal, right? Because creative endeavors are from your soul, right? There's a big difference between, like, I'm going to go put a few widgets together on a, what is it, 1940?
Got some widgets. See?
Let's get some widgets going. Yeah, no, it's. I think this is all really good. It's all a very personal thing, and we take it more personally than if I was out harvesting potatoes. And there's nothing wrong with harvesting potatoes. In fact, sometimes I'm jealous of what that is. There's something about like just doing the routine of just chunk A through Z, and you're done. And you go home and you watch. The
to-do list is empty at the end of the day because you did all the things you needed to do for your farm.
Yeah, there are times where I'm just like, that sounds awesome. And then I'm like, but what's the internet like though? Anyway.
And what do they think of me? And I mean, you're asking for feedback all the time, and sometimes getting feedback whether you want it, that is really tricky. In fact, I was recently reading a study about physicians who are really good at, like super physician or super therapists, they were calling them super shrinks, right? Anyone who's really good in their field, what makes them different from others? And specifically it was about therapists, and like, why are some really good and some are not? What are they doing differently? And you're not going to find some particular thing or style or who's like, oh, I do that and then I'm good. And so they're trying to figure out what it is. And the main thing they were really coming down with in most industries, including therapy, is that it's people willing to take and listen to feedback, seek feedback, make changes, like honing their craft. That is the ones that do excellent work. The ones where we cannot take the feedback, we are protective of whatever we think we're doing right, tend not to be as good. And so I imagine when you're creating something and it's just coming from a vision in your head and you create it, put it out in the world, any feedback is like, well, sorry, that's the thing I had in my head, would be really difficult. So you're in a place where you're going to get it all the time, and people will pay or not pay you for that creative act. But actual feedback, which is part of getting good, is like very vulnerable to do. Yeah. And it's vulnerable for anyone in any industry, but especially so when it's creative, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let us know how things go. Hopefully this will give you a little perspective, and it'll make those days a little less roller coastery for you. But like Wendi says, therapy is often the answer. Wendi, always a pleasure. I guess we'll be seeing each other this weekend, so I look forward to that. But also, in the meantime, any Know Better You stuff people should be looking out for?
Yeah, you should all go to Know Better You and give me your email, and then things will come eventually. But I would actually like to propose something different for next week, if anyone is available to do this. I would like some live mojo. Do people listen live, Scott? Is that still happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
People have been commenting about every single thing you've said, good and bad.
Yeah, good and bad.
All right. That's so nice. Thank you guys for protecting me from all the bad feedback. It means I'll never get better. So there's that. Anyway, I would love if somebody would do this with me. So this last round, we did the molecular happiness class. And we were all giving up something that was making us miserable. And people gave up lots of different things. One person, Scott, gave up Dunford Donuts.
Oh, how do you do that?
I know, so sad. Anyway, but I gave up news and social media. And I have not come back. So I'm going on 5 weeks now. And I have so many observations I just want to talk about.
I would love that because I've done the same thing with consuming on those platforms. I still do stuff where if I make something, I'm posting about it. But you stopped consuming. But I stopped consuming. So I do want to talk about that. If we can.
Okay, good. But what I want is some people to volunteer as tribute this week and do it.
Live. Yeah. Okay.
So if they can do a week off before we can talk would be awesome.
Okay.
And just pay attention. If you can't pull it off, just like write a note why. You know, and it's more about to observe yourself in your attempt to couple yourself from the dopamine delivery system. So you might have it's just Facebook or whatever. Like pick something that you are unintentionally doing and that makes you feel a little crappy. And what I mean is like you just muscle memory. You just pick up your phone, you click on this thing, and then you spend an hour and you feel like crap after, and you beat yourself up because you wasted time. Those things. So pick one of those, give it up, and then we'll talk about it next week because it is.
And it really doesn't have to be like, digital, right? Like mindlessly munching on stuff at my desk because we have all this leftover Halloween candy counts, right? Okay.
Yes. So for example, I have a client who's doing this with me right now, and he gets his coffee, he goes and sits in his office, and then he scrolls the news for an hour and a half and doesn't start working. And he's like, and then he's unmotivated the rest of the day. So we have just said, you can only have coffee standing and talking to real people. Like that's his new rule. Yeah. And so he's going to do that for a week, and then we'll see, because what happens is you'll have a couple days where you'll be like, and then things will start clicking in some fun ways. And I'm really excited to talk about.
I'll tell you what I'll do just to help facilitate this. We'll create a forum inside of the TMS group on Discord, and I'll reiterate what you've said and let people, kind of establish their ideas if they want. You want to be public about it or not. And then we can kind of know who's doing what. But so by next week, we kind of have a better idea of who's who and how
and then have them, if they want to put anything in there, or if we want to do it live where they can just offer. What I'm really the most interested in is what are they noticing about their brains? Because we are all training our brains every day, like we're mad scientists, to behave in certain ways and to experience the world in certain ways. And I want to know what they notice as they stop some of that training, and what happens with motivation, or what happens with reward, anything with their dopamine reward feedback system, just anything they're noticing. So it's really an observation. Try a little experiment, observe, and then we'll talk about the observations.
Okay. Sounds awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I love it. Wendi, have a great week. Have a good couple days till we see you. Hopefully your stupid plane ride is not dumb. Okay. Yeah. I probably will be, but I hope it isn't. All right. We'll talk to you later. All right. Stupid airlines.
Yeah.
She's poor thing. She keeps having, it's easy for us. We're like, 5 hours to Vegas. Let's go. Let's get in the car. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But flying is kind of a pain unless you've got plans,
It's a big pain right now for sure.
Huge pain. All right, let's get to this quick email and then we'll get out of here.
Sure.
Mike from North Dakota is the one I accidentally was starting to read before.
This is your salad and beans.
That's right. And this is about salad, so perfect timing on the name. Perfect. He says, hello, Salad and Beans. I have some thoughts on your Cafe Rio experience. I just took my National Food Safety Certification test, so this stuff is on my mind. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know how do you Do you just sign up for that and just do a...
Well, I imagine, I'm sure it's part of his job, right? Like it's...
Oh, yeah, probably. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, I just feel like having good safety skills.
Just randomly, I think I'll take a national food safety certification test just to see how I do.
Yeah, this is how Bobby started flying, I think. There's a rumor. Anyway, he says, if you got sick from the salad the first time, this would make some sense. I think that was about the time that a lot of E. coli outbreaks were happening in leafy greens, and they haven't really stopped. My second thought is that more than 2 people report getting sick from eating the same food. The restaurant in question should contact the health department. We did do that at the time. We called it in and just said, hey, it's like a family of 5. We're all sick. Right? Every one of us, and the only common denominator was that food. I don't know what happened after that. If they... they didn't shut down. They did
anything about it. They didn't report back to you and said, all right, we've contacted the health department and they're going to shut us down for a little bit and a bunch of our employees are going to be out of work for a while. Thanks.
Yeah, not a lot of follow-up on that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Anyway, it says, so I would have been well within your rights to contact the health department yourself, but you don't have to take a test to be certified in loving the show, though, says Mike from North Dakota.
Very sweet.
It's very nice. Yeah, I'm curious what that test looks like. I'm just,
I know. Yeah, I'd be curious.
You would look it up later and see what that's about.
Like, do they give you a list of symptoms and you say, okay, that one's E. coli. It's about this one. Nope, that's Salmonella.
Yeah.
That one, nope, that's just Taco Bell.
You have to go through all of them before that one's just Taco. I'm having Taco Bell reaction.
That's just Taco Bell. Yeah.
Here it is. The National Food Safety Certification, $21. You get up-to-date, interactive, engaging courses, mobile-friendly, self-paced format. Print your free certificate instantly when you're done, and present it to your state health department. All right.
Wow. So for $21, you can get some courses and take the test.
Yeah.
That's hell of a deal for a certification.
Now, if you want to add Utah,
do that, Kim Kardashian. Look at that, $20. You've got $20.
That's right, and it's valid for 3 years. And if you want Colorado or Utah alcohol training. It's specific per state.
I'm well trained in alcohol. Thank you very much.
You could teach them a thing or two.
Right, yes.
That one's $45, so there you go.
I've been studying for this test since I turned 15.
My whole life. Thank you for that message. If you'd like to send in your own, there are various ways to do it. There are emails, there are web forms, there are voicemails, there are texts. It's all available at frogpants.com/TMS. Brian, it's time to go. We should play a song and get the... a quick programming note. Core is today. No Coverville, as you mentioned.
Correct.
Film Sack this weekend. It's one we've already recorded, but it will post.
Table. Yep.
I'll be gone Friday through Monday, which means no TMS Friday and no TMS Monday, but we'll be back Tuesday. And do not worry, this is not us. That Monday, we're not bumping Nicole. We're bumping...
Well, we are.
Well, we're bumping her a week.
We're just bumping her a week. Yes, we're not canceling Nicole. We're bumping.
Yeah, we're not going to leapfrog her and go straight to Steven. We're going to, for the following Monday, we're going to go back to Nicole. So watch for that. Exactly. I got to let those other 2 guys know so they know why their schedule's different. But
there you go. Yeah. And there will be a Guess the Connection tomorrow. So while I'm listening to music today, I'll be thinking about my Guess the Connection for tomorrow.
Very nice. Let's play a song now that they'll have to guess about until you tell them what it is.
Yeah, this is something that folks can listen to as they hop on tomorrow and say, why no TMS? How come Scott didn't tell us? Yeah, always happens.
Happens every time.
Icor wrote in, hello Icor in the chat room, wrote in and said, hello Salacious and B. Crumb. I love that Salacious B. Crumb is the only Star Wars character with a middle name, or at least a middle initial.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not, I'm Luke J. Skywalker and I'm here to save you, princess. It's
yeah, nobody else does.
Nobody. I mean, there's probably
I had to think about it.
Characters. There's probably. I take that back. There's probably characters with 3 names that we don't think about, but
that aren't mainline ones. But nobody's saying, "Oh, look, it's Darth Anakin Vader" or whatever.
I'm Ponda Lin Baba and.
Wait, C-3PO. There you go.
Is Jar both his first name and his middle name? Is Jar Jar Binks
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very weird thing that they give this one prominent character a middle initial.
Darth Micheal Vader. Yeah.
There you go. Darth Micheal Vader. That's awesome. I love it.
Anyway, hello Salacious and B. Crumb. On November 14th, I will turn 60. What?
Hold up.
You're lying, you big liar.
I need to get to the gym. That is some horse shit.
No kidding.
I would have put you 12 years younger than us.
I was going to say, how do you look 10 years younger than us, but you're actually, 5 years older than us?
No one's going to believe this. This is some horse shit. I just don't believe it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Clean living.
Yeah.
As a birthday present to myself, I'm retiring. At least that's the plan. Thanks for being a big part of my life. It's great to have friends and connections in this crazy world. If you could play Jake Shimabukuro's cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps, that would be great. Jake can do things with a ukulele that you don't think are possible. So freaking true. Can we test the ship's phaser horn? Look at that combo.
Yeah, so phasers. Here you go.
Let's test the ship's phasers.
Okay, and then the honk. There you go.
It's been a while since I've heard let's test the ship's phasers. At least it's been a while since I paid attention to just how she says phasers.
Yeah, it's an all-time classic for a reason. I love it. I love it. That guy's mom will be with us forever. All right? That's the deal.
For sure. Yeah. Exactly. Louvre Rob by Pros, bro. Signed Icor.
Nice
little play on the I love the show, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Jake Shimabukuro and his cover of the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps. This thing is absolutely amazing. And it feels like when you listen to him play, it feels like there are 8 people playing ukulele, but it's just him. And the things he's able to do with the ukulele to make so many simultaneous different sounds come out of it is absolutely amazing. Anyway, here you go from the album Gently Weeps from 2006. Here is Jake Shimabukuro and While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
You think this is a joke?